KB just said about going live, how has that impacted your guys' group, and maybe especially in the blocking phases or some of the things we don't necessarily watch?
Obviously, going live those are game-like reps, right? I mean, we're simulating the game, and one thing Coach Lake does is he's always trying to recreate the game. When it comes to, for us on the perimeter, obviously going across the middle, right, catching the ball and being able to make catch plays with guys draped on top of us, or, like Sawyer got last Saturday, I think it was. He had a play over the middle where he was able to catch the football and still take a hit. That's playing football. So it's benefited us a lot. But on the perimeter blocking, we got to do that every day, regardless if it's live or not.
Junior, you mentioned Sawyer. Obviously, we didn't see him last fall, but just how have you seen him develop in the year and a half that he's been on campus? Oh,
no, Sawyer's been awesome. Actually, I talked to him last night on the phone, and he, the one thing he brought up is he knows what he's doing. Do you know what I mean? He knows where, what he's doing within our scheme, and so that allows him to play faster and win, with the technique. And obviously what Sawyer's displayed, the first through 8 practices is this consistency, right? And making plays and, not only just catching the football, but making the difficult catches for us. So it's awesome to see his growth and his development so far.
What caught your eye about Jalen Polk to bring him in from Texas Tech?
Excuse me?
Jalen Polk. What caught your eye when you were evaluating him?
Watching him on film, obviously, in today's day and age with the portal and all that stuff, you're able to get a kid that has played college football reps. Do you know what I'm saying? That has played live football games on Saturday in front of people. But he's a big physical kid, strong hands, catches the ball well. The sky's the limit. He's still growing. But no, JP brings, he brings some good energy to that room too.
But speaking of the portal, Junior, your group was probably impacted as much as anyone at UW in terms of having, I think you had, 5 guys leave, you've got a couple coming in. What's your overall impression of just how much it can change the balance of what you're trying to do and the group that you're trying to put together?
First of all, those that have left, I wish them the best of luck. I liked every one of those guys and had a really good relationship with those guys. But, it's just like life, people come and go, right? And the guys we're excited about the guys that we have in that room. It's a really young group, right, with some good talent in there. And I'm really intrigued. Obviously we're young and we're still trying to, build some consistency and learn how to practice. But, we're really excited about the guys we have in that room.
What have you seen from Roman do? Does he just kind of take more of a next step this spring and just kind of assert himself more? It seems like he's really at the front of the line next to Terrell when you guys are doing drills.
Right.
What have you seen from him?
Nah, Rome is a, through the winter conditioning, I think it was Bob Gregory, he said something to the staff where it was like, that dude's an alpha. And Rome really thrived through when things got hard during our winter conditioning programs, our OTAs and all that stuff. And, he's taking the next step of just growing and just trying to be the first in line and trying to set a good example. And no, we're excited about him. He's making plays for us. He's getting better.
Similar question with Jalen McMillan, just what's the next step in his evolution?
In his evolution, obviously Jalen has showed a lot of good flashes. He's very talented. Got really good ball skills. The next step for Jalen, again, just like the rest of the group, is just being consistent, right? Just being consistent. We're throwing a lot at these guys too, right? In the first 8 practices, I mean, the install's heavy, and just understanding where I'm going, right? When I understand and know where I'm doing, it's going to allow us to really focus on winning. So, but no, Jalen's doing great. He comes early. He comes with a good attitude every day. Just being consistent and making the difficult catches, and that goes for a lot of those guys in that room.
I talked to Terrell a little bit about, when Sam is out there, the ball coming off the left hand.
Left-handed spin, huh?
Is there anything that you can teach on that? Is there an adjustment on the jugs gun? Is there anything you can do on that?
We always talk about just studying the crosshairs, and that's the nose of the football. It doesn't matter if it's coming from a right-handed guy or a left-handed guy. The standard in that room is just to catch everything. Now, I think as far as continuity, those guys got to get together and play more, play catch with Sam a little bit, and they did a little bit of that this offseason.
Junior, I was watching Quentin Moore today, and he almost looks like a wide receiver to me. He's really fast and tall. Do you feel like stealing him?
Don't tell Durham that. No, that kid, he's big and fast, can't he? And he can move. He's got good feet. Not like Quentin, man. The sky's the limit for him. Obviously, we're throwing a lot at him too. And to see these guys come in, through 8 practices and not flinch, and be able to take what, Coach JD's doing and what we're throwing at these guys says a lot about who they are from a mental capacity. And credit to, Durham. He's doing a really good job of teaching Q what's going on, so now the kid can go out there and play fast and make plays. That's what he does best.
What would you say, the overall question here, about your unit? Are they, so far in the 8 practice, are they consistent? Is it commitment? Is it dedication? What, just kind of overall?
If there's 2 things that I could say that I want to see from this group on a day-to-day basis is one being the energy. And I thought we came out with some good energy, and guys made plays. They were celebrating little victories, and then consistency. Those are the 2 things I would say is, energy and being consistent. And then obviously, we got making plays. Those are things I would say about that group.
Junior, when you see, speaking of energy and consistency, when you see a situation like we saw with David Pritchard and Casey Kitchen, and they're kind of, feeling each other out over a series of a few reps.
Right.
And they're kind of getting to know each other a little bit. What's your general feeling on that, especially when sometimes you're running live, sometimes you're running rap? How are you feeling about that kind of stuff?
Well, obviously, Pritchard, from a coach's perspective, the situation, right? Like he gets us a penalty, and it backs us up to I think it was 2nd and 30. We can't, from a coaching perspective, it's my job to teach them, hey, we're in this situation and we can't do this, but I do want them to go out and I want them to play hard and I want them to block these guys and be aggressive and all that type of stuff. Love the mindset, but we just got to make sure we reel it in and understand the situation, and we can't do that, in a play it situation. Pritchard's coming out. He's actually been coming out playing pretty good. For us the last couple of days, he's made some good solid catches and playing hard.
And on that specific play, was McMillan also involved in that somehow?
No. Actually, I was actually looking to the opposite side. Next thing you know, I saw Pritchard and they were just tussling around, but I didn't see Jalen involved in it.
Coach Lake, because Jalen had come off.
He probably came out there and tried to break it up, or it was a little chippy.
Taj Davis didn't get a chance to, he's opted out last year, came back to the program. Just kind of, where is he at this point, and how much did last season kind of affect him not being around and being able to be around you guys?
Obviously, it was unfortunate for what he went through, as far as, the reasons why he did opt out. But he's back, and it's good to see him, and he's got a really good attitude. And honestly, I thought, the start of camp for us, spring ball, I thought he was doing some really good stuff for us, And he's out there running around, getting his feet back underneath him, and I'm excited to see, how he looks after 15 practices.
Anything else, Coach? All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks, Coach.
We good?
Yeah.
All right, guys, good seeing you guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.